All right. Hello and welcome to Sovereign Sobriety. This is your host, Karen Kane. So I remember one of the things I didn't move out of the house until I was 21. So you might think that's late, early, I don't know. But that was my timing because I didn't go to college. I had other dreams. I wanted to be a rock star and I tried college, but I didn't end up going. I went like a semester, took two silly courses. So the thing about moving out was I didn't have to go to church, think about church or religion. I was in full control of you know, my actions, what I choose to do. So when I would go back for the holidays, go back home, we would go to church, say it was Christmas Eve, we'd go to church. And I enjoyed listening to the story. I loved singing the carols, the songs. But then sometimes if we'd be in like a contemplative mode, I'd think, I just can't picture this dude up there somewhere with a white beard and a white robe, judging if I'm going to go to heaven or hell. I just couldn't, that just made no sense to me. And so I really didn't follow any type of journey or religion after that. When I was in New York City, I was already an addict, alcoholic in recovery. And so I partied like all the time. It was the best place. Bars open all the time. Cabs, you could get home any time of night, just jump in a cab, no matter how wasted you were. Yeah, it was pretty much the perfect recipe for an alcoholic to just become more alcoholic and not get sober. So this topic is about spirituality and recovery, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about it to maybe clear some things up or just share. It's, of course, always my opinion. It's always my opinion, because nobody's seeing it through my eyes. Nobody has experienced what I've experienced. So I share experience, strength, and hope, right? So, spirituality in recovery. Basically, when it comes to recovery, most of the concept is understood believing in a higher power. And, that's really, again, through your own circumstances, your own life, how you choose to accept or not accept that, right? So I think when we're younger, we don't want to accept that there's like a higher power, something greater than ourselves, but tap into spirituality. And so I'm a religious science spiritual practitioner. And so for someone who, stopped believing in any kind of religion, any kind of God for a pretty long time and just chose like alcohol to be like my God, that was a big 180. And spirituality got me into a place when I finally chose sobriety for reals. Spirituality got me to a better place as far as changing my life faster. It was a much easier process tapping into spirituality before I chose to get sober. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there's any type of organized religion when you choose this spiritual journey, this higher power, and accept that being a thing. So for me, when it comes to spirituality, and a higher power, it's energy. So for me, everything is energy, and there's this high, it's vibration, and the elements of a higher power, God, are these high vibrations: love, peace, joy. So all of these nice feeling, high gratitude. So those are all abundance. Like these are all good, feely kind of energy. And so for me, that's kind of the way that I approach addiction and recovery. Is definitely a spiritual aspect, but it's not a specific organized religion. Okay, now that's fine for anybody to, I accept that, accept anybody to have whatever works for them, because what works for me might not work for you, and there's no judgment. And there's no judgment, it's all inclusive in Believe in Humans. That's the whole deal. So I might actually put my hat on so you guys can see my jam. All right. So that's really real. It's like Believe in Humans is coming back like with a vengeance. So many recovery programs, they really emphasize like a power greater than yourself, because basically accepting yourself as your greatest power in addiction, it doesn't really work so well. So you have to give it up to something outside of yourself, because when you had control, it wasn't going well, right? You were like steering off the road, no pun intended, but you might have been. And the goal here, in Believe in Humans, is to build a community of like-minded people, or people who want to heal and want to learn more about their spirituality, and to tap into, like, so let's talk about finding meaning and purpose. So in recovery, spirituality, it really is connecting your sense of purpose and sense of self here, spiritual beings in these bodies, having these human experiences. So we can evolve as we grow and we get older as humans. So spirituality can really push the needle further to ascend your vibration, your consciousness, than if you weren't tapping into your spirituality, or you're like resisting that. You get sober and you're not tapping into your spirituality, and so you're resisting that flow of life, that natural flow of life that's really going to help you lift up your vibration and get sober and stay sober. So that's the thing. This is not my first time rodeo being sober. And so, I share from my experience, and I know where I was, and I know that nobody ever has to be that way. So that's why I show up today, to help and just try to share experience with strength and hope. Okay. So finding that meaning and purpose. So once you find meaning and purpose within your life, you have more motivation to do more, and to keep pushing yourself forward, and ascending your vibration, and overall your life, like happiness, joy, peace. Like peace within is such a huge thing. I mean, I used to be a ball of a mess, like a ball of stress, a ball of anxiety, a ball of depression. So trust me, I 100% get it. 100% get it. Okay. So spirituality is also, to me, it's transformation. It's personal growth. So that's also now, Believe in Humans is coming back. It's being rebranded, resurrected. It's coming out of the ashes in a new way, and a new energy of becoming a center for spirituality and healing. So it's going to be super cool. I'm excited to be able to share what it's going to be, what it's birthed into or being birthed into now. And now it's just like a tiny little baby, and it's starting to like get out of its shell. Or maybe it's like that lotus flower that's starting to emerge out of the mud. Believe in Humans fizzled away when I was in a very toxic relationship through COVID. And it just, I lost so much of everything that meant so much to me during that time. I really lost myself. And so I do believe that God, brought that whole scenario to me so that I could level up and heal myself and my own journey so that I could fully be present and show up for the community, the people, us humans. Like, it's a big community, right? It's a super big community. Humans. Yes, humans. Okay. So spirituality, transformation, personal growth, that includes self-reflection, self-awareness, and really, really being committed to your spiritual journey. So there's a lot of talk about spiritual awakening. So once you start to get that spiritual awakening, it's hard to lose it. Like you don't lose it. Once you start to get that spiritual awakening, it's just the beginning. So that's when that's the spark to your spiritual journey. Okay. So your spiritual journey. Let's see. Okay. So yeah. So one thing that there's a note here that I wrote down. The inner journey is crucial for breaking the cycle of addiction. So if you want something different, you got to do something different. Okay. So you can't do the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result, right? I mean, a different result. You're going to get the same result if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. So you absolutely must rewire and start to change your thinking, change your life, do things different. It's really breaking old patterns that no longer serve you and like writing them down, lighting them up in the fire, like have a fire pit and write down everything that doesn't serve you and then throw it in there and light it up. Bye. See it go. No more. It's gone out of your life. Hey, everybody over there. So mindfulness and present. So being present in the present moment is really important to lower your stress and your anxiety and understand that the past is the past. There's no shame. There's no shame in your past because it's what created who you are today. And if you didn't experience that, you wouldn't be who you are today. So it's actually a beautiful thing. And trust me, we've all done dumb things and screwed up and been, we all have our baggage. Like, you are not alone. And especially when it comes to addiction, you are not alone. If you've never been to an AA meeting or recovery meeting, whatever your addiction is, it goes to gambling, sex, porn, just food, like there's shopping, it's all the same. It's like that hole in your soul. And so being fully present in the present moment, like understanding that also the future, if you're always worried about the future, that's going to create stress and anxiety. And so we don't want to do that. We just want to know now. The only time is now, right? Right. Okay. So mindfulness, just practicing being conscious of the now moment, bringing your awareness back to, okay, right now, is anything wrong right in this present moment? No, it's not. So take a nice deep inhale and refocus, recenter, and let it go. And you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Trust me, you're gonna be okay. Okay. So values and morality, like when it comes to spirituality, and recovery, I'd say you're being challenged to take a look at your moral principles, reassess your priorities, and align yourself with actions that you can value yourself, and you can bring yourself into a healthier mindset and a more like fulfilling life, because honestly, like when you are doing good things for other people, it's going to come back tenfold. Thank you for the hearts. It's going to come back tenfold. But when you're doing like things that are not nice, then you're going to have that baggage on your back, or maybe like you're living a lie, and so you're always like looking behind your shoulder, and to see, okay, like, oh, or you just feel guilty, you feel guilty. And so if you are just like, you have integrity, so what are your values? Like your core values are really important, when it comes to your spirituality. Like you really have to know. And also with relationships, when it comes to having relationships with anybody, friendships, your family, your friend, I mean your mate, your partner, what are your core values? Are you vulnerable? Are you transparent? Are you doing nice things? Are you treating someone the way that you wish to be treated? These are all really important things when it comes to values and morals. And then so the spiritual aspect of recovery, um it's not solely an individual pursuit. It involves, community support. It's really hard to get sober, or clean sober, whichever you are, without having support, a support system. I mean, you can try it. I tried it multiple times, and I got a little bit, time, but I didn't get it fully. It took me so long to finally get it, and that's why I show up today, because like it was just it's a progressive disease as well. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And it's just, thank you for the likes. It really just becomes unmanageable. So like that's one of the things, your life becomes unmanageable. When your life becomes unmanageable, it's a lot to do, like 180, to change, do a 180 is kind of basically what's needed for a transformation, and to live a life with purpose and integrity and truth, and to be able to just have that inner peace, the peace within. So let's see, I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, so so, oh yeah, so it's talking about mindfulness and meditate. Well, let's talk about like mindfulness and meditation and how important it is with recovery. For me, it is a game changer. 100%. Meditation, mindfulness and meditation has been a total game changer in my life. I really absolutely love meditation. And of course, I was one of those people back when I was drinking, tried to go to like a meditation class, and I had a really hard time just trying to like just be, and trying to just focus on my breath. I bought a book, and I thought the guy, was teaching the class. I was like, he's really cool. I really, I like his vibe. He's chill. But I wasn't ready yet. But I was starting on the spiritual journey. I was diving in a little bit more, getting my feet a little bit more wet. I also had started going to a spiritual center. For years, I was still drinking, and I was going to a spiritual center. So I was plugging into my spirituality, but I still didn't stop drinking, or maybe I did for a little bit. So it just was a struggle. I had to bottom out multiple times. Okay, so practicing meditation, prayer, meditation daily, it really, really helps with your spiritual growth and awareness, and your overall awareness, and the way that you see life, and the way that you can kind of tap back into that calmness, that sense of connection with source. So people sometimes, like in my videos, they jump on me because I'll say the universe instead of God. Well, so for me personally, I intertwine all kinds of words because for me, it's energy, that it's high vibrational energy. So I might say infinite mind, infinite intelligence, divine mind, God, source, the universe. So all of these things I would use as God. And I also say God. Um, so I am a spiritual practitioner and I'll do one-on-one sessions. And I do something called an affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment at the end of a session. And that it depends on my client. So if there's someone who God resonates more with them and they're more of somebody who was raised in a church environment, or they talk about reading the Bible, then I will use the word God. If it is someone who is, not super religious or spiritual, I'll use something more in the, universe, source, will make them feel a little bit more comfortable, and so that's my goal when I'm doing one-on-one and I'm doing prayers. If I'm doing a prayer for like a group, I might use the different words throughout the prayer. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I would recommend everyone do a meditation every single morning before they leave the house. So start with, if you're not familiar, if you're not like good at meditation, like it takes practice. It's like anything. It's like riding a bike, right? So if you're not good at it, that's just your mind telling you a lie, by the way. It's just a matter of doing it over and over again and just practicing, just like if you were riding a bike or you were snowboarding or you were whatever it is, rollerblading, or you were axe throwing, whatever it is, golf. Okay. So connecting with your higher power and that concept in recovery. So there's definitely different interpretations, like I was just saying, of a higher power. And if you think about all different kinds of religion and spirituality, the basis of all of them is love. Love. So, the little alien, big heart, love. So the community of believing humans, the core of the meaning and the connection is that we are all love. So we are all made of love. So if we're all made of love and we are spirit souls in these bodies having human experiences for us to learn, to grow, to heal, and to level up and to live our best lives, then we can all do that together, right? Give me some love if you agree. Can we all love each other for who we are and level up and support each other for growth and healing and ascension and and living our best lives? Where's the love? No love. Okay. And as they kind of like move through here, if you do like this content and you want to learn more about spirituality, meditation, yoga, recovery, addiction, sobriety, click the like button now, like, subscribe, follow, and that way we'll be connected. So I will recognize your name, get to know you. Okay. Okay. Moving right along is um yeah, oh, I was actually, when I was talking about meditation, I was going to say I recommend doing meditation every single morning before you leave the house, like before you leave the house and go out into the world. And that is a really good way. So start with like 2 minutes. Start when you can find an app, or you can use YouTube. I'm going to start creating some meditations. So my intention is really to start to build content, build community, build courses, have workshops and different cool things, classes, yoga classes, that kind of thing. You can sign up for the newsletter, believeinhumans.com, but the website has not been revamped yet. So it's the old website right now with the clothing, but it's going to like do a whole rebrand. It started as a clothing company years ago, and then it's just kind of been floating around in the universe, just like little aliens floating around in the universe. My little sweet little alien. But now, so you can sign up for newsletter. But when you're meditating, you're connecting with source, you can really, really get a lot of clarity and direction, and answers when you are meditating. So I highly recommend that. And it also just sets the tone for your day. Like maybe you do a gratitude meditation every morning. That would be really awesome. Just little things that you can do to really start your day and make yourself, have a great day. Today is going to be a great day. It's a great day to have a great day, right, guys? Of course, absolutely. Okie dokie. Let me see something really quick. Oh, okay. Do a little testing here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Incorporating spiritual practices. So things that you can do. So I personally, I do a prayer and a meditation every morning when I wake up and when I go to bed. But you can choose to do whatever. Journaling is really, really a great practice to kind of. So spirituality is really self, finding out who you are and really experiencing and growing and learning, and just it's a journey of self. Spirituality, it's just like yoga. It's a journey of self discovery, which is so cool. So I used to have like a hole in my soul, when I was just drinking. I felt empty, and so I would just drink myself to oblivion, just like black out, check out, and just not have to deal. That was my answer. It was like not having to deal. I see a comment. Every day can be a great day depending on the energy you put out there. I'm a big fan of journaling. Oh yes, awesome. This is exactly true. John, thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, journaling, yeah, gratitude, journaling, meditation. So those are really great ways to tap into your spirituality and tap into you. Like, who are you? What are you here for? What is your mission? What is your journey? That took me a long time. It takes a while. It takes as long as it takes, And God will bring some obstacles and challenges into your life to test you and to test your faith and to test how serious you are about certain things. It's a real deal, There's a lot of synchronicity too when you really tap in and connect with God. You can see like miracles are just happening all the time, like all the time. You are your own magic wand. You don't need a magic wand. You actually just have your magic wand. So if you believe and you put your energy and you feel certain things, if you feel it, like, what does it feel like to be whatever your goal is? Those are really huge ways to manifest. Challenges, a lot of challenges in recovery, and like, say you go into a meeting, a 12-step meeting, a lot of people challenged with the spirituality. And I think that they might have had bad experiences when they were young in some type of religion or church, and it doesn't, they had a bad experience. And so being open-minded to try new things and to realize, like, it's really just the way you see it, and you get to choose your path. And so it could be in nature, it could be in church, if that resonates with you because that's familiar with you, then great, sure, that's great. If it is, finding groups, if it's recovery groups, if it's spirituality, if it's yoga, if it's nature, if it's surfing, like, there's really different ways you can connect with your spirituality and God, universe, source, in wherever you feel connected. um you know it's important to just keep moving forward though, and keep plugging away and become a student for life. Um, so what's the difference between spirituality and religion? I mean, I can give you my own personal like little take on that right now. So spirituality is kind of what I just said. Spirituality is the journey of self discovery, growth, awareness, um, healing, really. Religion is more of an organization, and a lot of religions, like they believe in separation, like separate from God. So like you're praying to like a separate source. For me, like spirituality, it's like we're one, God's within. That's just, I'm not going to go crazy on that, but religion. So it's funny. I was thinking about this the other day about so what I became a religious science spiritual practitioner, a religious science spiritual practitioner. And so I was thinking about that. I was like, it's funny how that actually has like the word religion like as religious science. So it's kind of interesting how I was just thinking about that. But so the book that so I the studies that I studied to become religious science spiritual practitioner, the book is called Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. So I love like connecting. It's almost like quantum, like the physics and the metaphysical aspect. Well, it's metaphysical. So but yeah, if you have more questions, like if you have a specific, maybe that's a good topic actually for a video. So I like that. I love that. As a matter of fact, well, I'll write it down later. So John, thank you. I'm gonna do like a video on that or a short on that because that's a really great question. If I had hearts or whatever, or if I had the thing on my phone where you can zoom, you can like do things now. Okay, so so the points of the video, let's just talk about like, you know, um, the spiritual journey and recovery is really important in my opinion. And so what is it? It takes, to connect, in my opinion, with a higher power. And that could be whatever that is for you, whatever resonates with you, or you can explore different things. But the way I look at it is it's a high energy, high vibration. And so, okay. And then just acknowledging and surrendering to a power that's greater than yourself. Like you don't have control anymore. And like, or the way that you were going about it, being in control, like you think you know everything and you're not willing to like just accept help or accept like, oh, maybe I do need like a little bit of divine guidance, right? So so with my coaching, everything's divinely guided, or spirituality, everything's divinely guided. So whatever that is going into your life and your energy field, you attracted that. So you either attracted it to help you, to level you up, or you attracted that to heal something within you. So it's all happening for your greatest and highest good. Whether it seems like that or not is another story. So the more aware that you are, the more that you can heal and grow on your spiritual journey. So let's see. So John, I like your questions. Can someone be so focused on self and improvement, healing, that it distracts you from your purpose? No, I think the opposite. I think it will actually attract more of your purpose. So it might change your purpose. So if you thought it was this, it might become that. So no, I think it can only help in all aspects of your life. Yeah, for sure. Um, the more work that you do, so the one thing that I think a lot of people don't do is like shadow work, which is basically looking at yourself and your flaws and accepting that for what it is, and then, you know, healing that within you. So the ego, the ego is quick to jump um when you're not willing to look at your own shadow. So one of the spiritual growth is to be willing to accept, um we're not perfect, we're human, we're never going to be perfect. So there's a way to talk to people and suggest things, without like having them jump all over you, but we should all be willing to accept constructive criticism. And so when you're willing to like listen to somebody's opinion or suggestion, that's going to only help you. So learning to calm that mind and that ego and understand that, have compassion, but if somebody's projecting something on you, that's a whole other video. But that's a whole other video. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, so personal inner transformation and personal growth. So it's funny because like when I think about, my early sobriety and just my journey, I did have spirituality in my life, but I I wasn't fully aware of the the transformations that we could do and the potential that we as humans have. And that's finally I did, though. And I finally like broke through and understood. And that's believe in humans comes from my experience of doing like a 180 on my life and understanding like we are all created equal, but we are unique individualizations of God. So we all have our unique gifts to share with the world. But ultimately, if I can get sober, you can get sober too. And if I could do 180, you can do a 180 too. And so that's what Believe in Humans is all about. I think that those are the main points, is also just tapping into things that will help you tap into your spirituality. So practices like yoga, meditation, walks in nature, just in like silence or just sitting outside, just practicing being in the now moment. Those are all things that are going to help you bring you into more of your spiritual self and your spiritual transformation, your spiritual journey, your spiritual ascension, which also is just kind of like lifting up your consciousness, that's also what Believe in Humans is all about. Lifting, helping, building community, and helping us all lift up our consciousness, because the more that collectively, like the collective consciousness, the more that we can raise our vibration into like a love, peace vibration, the better the world's going to be. So as a light worker, that is going to be the new mission, is to get you guys on board with Believe in Humans and the community, and start plugging into your own growth and your own spirituality. Let me just make sure I didn't forget anything. Does anyone have any questions before I go? I know, John, you've been awesome. Thank you for chiming in with your questions. I'm really grateful for that. I love wanting to build, like relationships and getting to know who you guys are and what you're interested in. Okay. So if you do have any other questions, sorry, I really do need a sip of water. Okay, cool. La la la. All right. Let's see. I just want to see. Yeah. So, with the skepticism, I would just say, be open-minded to just a energy that is high energy, high energy power that's greater than you. um, so yeah, if you guys like this video, or you know somebody that's who could benefit from this video, definitely share it out. This is Sovereign Sobriety Podcast, so there is a playlist on my YouTube channel, which is just Karen Kane. Might be changing to Believe in Humans. I'm not sure. Everything's changing, but there's a whole playlist of Sovereign Sobriety podcasts that you can find there. And what else? Yeah, and then if you go to YouTube, just if you could also, if you do like the content and you want to tap in and be part of the community and the dialogue, I'm going to be going live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Sorry, it's a little late today. Once I promote this a little bit more, 8 o'clock, and that's Eastern on Wednesdays for Sovereign Sobriety. That will be a regular thing. And as long as this worked on Instagram and all the other channels, then TikTok, you're going to be here, and we're all going to be here together, streaming on different platforms, which is also super cool because that's connecting all the energies. And it's, we're all over the world. So I fully believe in that as well. And I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you guys join the community. I look forward to getting to know you better. And John, thank you for your whoa, that's it, lights out, good night. That was God, like, you gotta go work out, girl. Do your yoga. That's kind of cool though. You guys, would you like me to, wow, this is a long video. I usually try to keep it to a minimum, but when I talk about spirituality and recovery, I guess it's easy topic for me because it's just like my love. I love to talk about spirituality, and it really helped my recovery and so much. So well, why don't we do a little ending prayer? Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We'll just do a quick little prayer. So just calm yourself, close your eyes, or if you can gaze like right in front of you, about 6 inches, if you're gonna gaze down. But I recommend closing your eyes and start to just relax your shoulders, calm your breath, and tap into your breath. And let's just take a nice inhale through our nose together. Inhale. And slowly release it through your mouth. Knowing that God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omnipotent, omniscient. Sorry. God is all there is, this divine energy, this pure goodness of love and light and peace, wisdom, truth, beauty, intelligence, light. That I am one with God. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for you, for each and every one of all of us connected right here, right now. Even if you're watching the replay, you are connected. We are all here, divinely guided, tapping into our spirituality, our growth, our recovery, creating this community of believing humans, of like-minded people who want to help lift up the vibration of the world into love, peace, unity, inclusivity, knowing that we are all made of love. And as we move into February 1st, tomorrow is a great time for transformation. So how are we going to choose to tap in? By meditating, connecting with source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. This divinity of pure goodness, for we are divinely guided at all times. For everything is happening for you, for your greatest and highest good. And as I know this truth for you, I know that you are here. For there's no accident that you are here and fully present through this long video, through this information that has been divinely guided into each and every soul, an atom, each and every atom of your body. For we are all connected. We are all one. We are all love. Love is all you need. And as we lift up and heal our vibration to a higher frequency of love, of peace, of gratitude, we can thank God, universe, source, this divine goodness, this pure energy for our breath as we breathe in love, and exhale love. Knowing that in this moment in time, that's all we have, this moment in time, we are connected. We are one. And knowing this truth that you are amazing. You are a being of love and light. You have infinite potential. You are infinitely abundant and prosperous. Everything is happening for you for your greatest and highest good. Knowing this truth, I am so grateful that you're here with me right here, right now, in this now moment. I thank God for this opportunity to share experience, strength, and hope for growth, for expansion, for this high consciousness community connecting all over the world. Thank you so much for being here, for your time, your energy, your questions, your connection, your communication, just having your energy. It's huge. It's amazing. I feel it. Thank you. And thank you all for being here. Thank you, God, for today. Thank you for resurrecting believing humans, because we are going to be one powerful community. And in this truth and this knowing, I send this into the law, knowing that it is already complete. It is already done, for it is so, and so it is. Take a nice inhale. And as you slowly exhale, let that sink in. And so it is. Thanks, guys. Grateful. Don't forget. Bye.